This video is sponsored by Crypto Motors. Crypto Motors is the world's first digital automaker powered by Ethereum. They've been dropping super cool car NFTs for the last year or so, and they're gearing up for their latest drop, the Gen 1 Neon Roadster drop. This will include 150 NFTs across 5 colours. These drops sell out fast. You need to be on time if you want to get one. There will be 3 days of drops. Batch 1 launches on the 29th of July, batch 2 on the 30th of July, batch 3 on the 31st of July. All batches drop via OpenSea at 11:30 AM Eastern Standard Time. The batches will each have a different currency. The currencies are ETH, Animoca Brand's Rev token, and Whale Shark's Whale token. Check out all the details on the Crypto Motors Medium page. Thanks for the sponsorship. Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So in this video, I'm going to have a quick look at FORTE because the first actual, as far as I've seen, the first actual way of consumers actually interacting with FORTE is live. So quick reminder, FORTE is a sort of blockchain gaming platform, middleware, I guess. It's recently raised $185 million in funding, so very well funded, has a sort of experienced team of gaming veterans, particularly people who worked at Kabam, the kind of PC and then mobile free-to-play developer publisher. So there's a whole bunch of stuff here. This is forte.io. This is just their website. So they're just saying a lot of the sort of things we know that blockchain is sort of good for, NFTs and scalable economics and all this sort of stuff. Now what's interesting about FORTE is, although it's raised this ton of money, it's been pretty quiet. I wouldn't say secretive. It's been very quiet about what it's doing, apart from it's announced it's got 25 game developers working with it. Now, I've done some videos about that before. These are not particularly well known in most cases. Netmarble, very well known out of South Korea. Hi-Res, fairly well known. Disruptor Beam out of Boston. So some of these are fairly well known, some of them not so much. This one here is interesting. Kongregate, this is the first announcement we've had of a company that's going to be using FORTE, so that's why I'm doing this video. So let's go and have a look at sort of what this means. Okay, so here I am on the Kongregate.io website, which is a new website. They're launching a new portal really for a whole bunch of their games. It's going to have NFTs on there, or there are already NFTs there that will link into some of their existing games. So this is where we've kind of first see FORTE as a live product. So if I go in here to my balance, which obviously at the moment is 0. So they have their own coin, and as soon as I want to buy some more, it takes me to this FORTE exchange. Okay, so once I log into my FORTE account, you can also obviously create an account, which is what I've done to create this. Not really a lot going on at the moment. We can see here my balance is 0, and we can see here they're sort of the way they're organising it is sort of via games. So we can see here they're going to have various games supporting FORTE, and you're sort of going to add them here on this kind of what do we call it, sort of desk dashboard. So Kongregate.io is here as a sort of it's not a game, obviously that's a sort of portal to multiple games, but basically they have their own currency. So it looks like sort of each game will have its own currency. There will also be sort of a FORTE currency that you can sort of as a platform currency that you can kind of use, I guess, as a meta currency and sort of cash in and out of. That's sort of what I'm guessing. You can see here as well, it says transactions may take several minutes to validate on the blockchain. So FORTE, as far as I understand, is running its own blockchain. I don't know really any details of exactly what that is. I imagine it will be fairly centralized as a blockchain, if that kind of sort of makes sense. Maybe even be a proof of authority blockchain, where basically all the nodes in the blockchain are sort of permissioned. Maybe that'll be decentralized over time. I don't know, but in the moment, this seems to be sort of what they're going for. They've got these developers signed up. Games will be coming out. And then you sort of have this FORTE account as your sort of blockchain kind of wallet interface, and then that will sort of link into these other products and games. There's an FAQ here, so there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's not really sort of much not really sort of much detail here at the moment. A bit about transaction fees. A one-time fee to activate your balance. Sort of stuff. So this is sort of interesting at the moment. So it's still obviously fairly early on, but FORTE currently only accepts US-based Visa cards. So the US-based thing is not a great surprise. US obviously a big market, and obviously there's certain legal kind of reasons why you might want to go for the biggest market. FORTE obviously based in the US, and one of the big things about FORTE is it talks about how it is. It sort of helps developers to deal with sort of tax and legal implications. So it sort of makes sense that they're not going to start. It's going to be very, very sort of complicated for them to start offering sort of global services because each country has a different tax regime. So it sort of makes sense. What's interesting here is it's just Visa cards. I mean, yeah, that's quite odd. You literally can't use it. If you put a MasterCard number in there, I've tried. It doesn't accept it. So you only have Visa cards. I guess that will change over time. We've got some minimum transaction sort of stuff going on here. So yeah, was originally not supported. So here we go. So they're looking to obtain licenses. So at the moment, even in the US, they're not supporting Hawaii and New York. New York has particularly kind of difficult laws around crypto. So that's the sort of FAQ type stuff. So go in and try and add something. So if I go and I want to buy some coins here, so the coins are the currency for the Congregate.io platform. So you can see here. It just tells you what this platform's about, and if I had any FORTE balance, I could cash out my FORTE balance into these coins. Obviously, I don't have anything at all at the moment, so I can't really do anything. So you can see FORTE balance there as a sort of drop down. And if you had that, you could just sort of enter. Well, you could do this. I think does it do it from here. So if I put in $500, so basically you can see the ratio of coins to dollars. So one dollar is 10. 1 to 10 is pretty kind of fair ratio. So if I wanted to sort of buy that, actually the minimum, I think the minimum is 50. If I wanted to buy that, I can buy that with the FORTE balance. Obviously, don't have anything at the moment. I can buy with a credit card. Then it goes through, and I have to put this back in like that. And then I would go through this. I can't go through it at the moment, but you put in your typical sort of credit card stuff. You have to put all that in. Only Visa, that's what it shows there. And then if you go through this, then it takes you, and you have to go through, put in the US address that's attached to your credit card. Obviously, I'm not in the US, so I can't do that. But that's kind of how it's showing at the moment. And it is sort of interesting that FORTE, I say, has raised a ton of money. It's been around for a number of years, 2 years or so. Hasn't really mentioned very much about any live products, and even in this case, Congregate has announced that it's doing this product, but FORTE hasn't, as far as I've seen, done any announcements either. So I guess this is the first big sort of product launch. And Congregate is a fairly well-known web company. It's been around for a decade or so. So it has a lot of users. It's going to try and start pushing them towards this NFT platform, Congregate.io, and getting them to start sort of buying NFTs. And start to integrate that into NFTs into these games that people are already playing. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. It'll be interesting to see how sort of FORTE as a platform then kind of builds out how more games are sort of added here as you want to add these in. And you add basically you create the FORTE account by going into a game that supports FORTE, and then it takes you through the kind of account creation if you haven't created one already. And then allows you to sort of add them in here. So I imagine over time you have a whole bunch of ones in here. Well, that's what FORTE think. So anyway, good to see. We're keeping an eye sort of on this sort of stuff. It's a different sort of approach to blockchain. Obviously, it's not sort of blockchain. It's not open blockchain as we've sort of seen at the moment with stuff like Ethereum. This is much more sort of closed blockchain. This is much more like using blockchain, but within sort of the strong legal kind of framework as we'd expect sort of banking systems to be doing. So a different approach. We'll see which one wins out. But thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World, where we spend our time messing around with this crazy new world. Please subscribe to the channel if you're interested. But thanks for watching, and see you next time.